At 60, I can finally receive a compliment from a man without flinching. That's new for me. For most of my life, the male gaze felt like judgment. I didn't know that I could receive that gaze as recognition. It's Pride Month, and for a lot of us, it's time to hold our heads high and show up boldly. I've had a love-hate relationship with pride. I've marched, I've cheered, but I didn't always feel proud. Because pride in public is hard when shame is still humming in private. I grew up as a quiet farm kid who felt different. My dad had this joke. He called me Sarah because I watched a kids program hosted by a woman named Sarah. It landed like a verdict. I didn't fit the boy I was supposed to be. Sports scared me. Boys scared me. I liked art, poems, the company of girls. But those parts of me went quiet. Small town life up close was kids growing up way too fast and funerals that never should have happened. I learned to work early and collected some rough money stories. Money is hard to come by. Life is unfair. People with plenty are different than me. I became a hard worker, the outsider, the kid who survives by keeping his head down. My sexuality arrived sideways, I'd say. Desire without an identity, at first anyway. When a cousin and a friend came out, I finally accepted that I was a gay man too. It was right in the middle of the AIDS crisis. I was shy, mostly celibate, because of fear, shame, and self-protection. Therapy at 25 cracked the door wide open. A short, surprising love made me like myself just a little bit more. In my 20s, pride meant marching and visibility. But inside, I didn't trust men. In rooms full of gay men, I felt watched and found wanting. The male gaze was a mirror of my own self-loathing. When I moved to Vancouver in the 90s, I chose anonymous hookups over bars. Internalized homophobia is a clever editor. It can make cowardice look like discernment. A few unrequited loves hardened my story. Men can't be trusted. Yoga arrived at 29. In teacher training, I cried, and I didn't know why. Then something cracked open. Call it Kundalini, call it grace. I knew there was more to life than I'd been taught. The tears were release. I became a seeker. Outwardly, I grew freer. Union work, openly gay, marching under a banner that welcomed me. In spiritual rooms, my sexuality was a non-issue, at least where I was. But here's what I didn't see. I'd found freedom from external judgment while dodging the judgments inside of me. I took the spiritual road around the gay work that I still needed to do. Control looked like intimacy to me. I taught nude yoga for a while. Then I stepped back when I crossed ethical lines. I had the good sense to do that. I offered massage where I could set the terms of contact and intimacy. Useful lessons. But the deeper shift came when I turned my tools inward. Coaching brought the shadows into the room and asked for names. I unwound my money beliefs and, more importantly, named the shame I still carried as a gay man. I saw my father's wound and saw it wasn't the whole story. I started working with men in midlife. Practicing trust in both ways. Then I committed to work with gay men exclusively, gay men over 50. And in a few months, I had more real conversations with gay men than I had had in decades. I was called handsome and I didn't shrink. The gaze that once felt like a verdict began to feel like belonging. Somewhere along the way, pride changed meaning for me. I stopped going to the parades, the corporate tents and the beer gardens. They really aren't my thing. And I'm grateful for all the visibility they offer. But pride for me now is quieter. The freedom not to perform, not to chase validation, to be with myself as I am. Gay liberation taught me not to apologize for existing. Spiritual practice taught me not to apologize to myself. The first loosened the grip of the world. The second loosened my grip. Together, they made room for love. Today, I'm building a community with men like me, gay men 50 and up. We talk intimacy, money, aging, sex, purpose. We tell the truth. We call each other handsome and let it land. That, to me, is pride, choosing connection over the old script. The world's in a strange season. Some people want to rewind the tape, and maybe they'll do that in places for a while, but the genie is out. We're here. We're queer. We're wiser and more tender with ourselves and less interested in proving anything. At 60, I'm still becoming. Pride isn't a day. It's an alignment. Outer freedom and inner freedom meeting in the same body. If this resonates, subscribe. And if you're a gay man over 50, navigating midlife and beyond, let's connect in the wisdom trust. Become part of our community. I look forward to meeting you. Take care.